Hi everyone. Okay, so this is how to automate your social media marketing. One moment and I will get the presentation up and running. Okay, so let's talk about what this means. So it doesn't mean that you can't post anything once you've planned out your social media for a coming week or a coming month. It doesn't mean that you use the same stuff every single month or every single week. And it doesn't mean that you don't have to plan out your social media marketing or your marketing in general. But it does mean that you have a focused and structured approach to your marketing that only uses the time that is necessary and means that you're not a slave to your computer every single day. So what's the point of social media marketing? Okay, so social media marketing you're using as a tool to generate interest. And by posting on it constantly, you are trying to get people to know, trust, and like you, and also to stay at the front of people's minds as well. How often should I post? You should post on your social media platforms, all of them, a minimum of 3 times a week, if not every day. Now, I know saying that will make a lot of people feel quite anxious or overwhelmed, but remember, you're using your social media to keep people engaged, to keep yourself at the front of their mind, and so that you're building up that relationship with them. You're always giving them great value, great information, and they want to be tuned into what you're saying. So you need to post often, because if you post every now and again, then people will forget about you, and there's so many other competitors out there. It's just hard for them to keep you front of mind if you don't try your best to stay in front of people's minds, which is, by keeping yourself in front of them with your social media and sharing all of your posts with them. So when it comes to options for managing your social media, you can either manage it by yourself, you can enlist the help of a team member, or you can outsource the whole thing. Now, I don't recommend outsourcing your social media completely, because no one knows your business like you, and your audience need to get to know, trust, and like you. So unless these people that you're outsourcing it to are in your business day in and day out, I don't think it's a good idea to just outsource social media completely. Running social media on your own is fine, as long as you have the time to dedicate to it and that is the focus of your role in your business. My preferred method is enlisting the help of a team member. So you can focus on what matters to you in your business, which is normally spending time with your clients, providing your service, or bringing on board your new customers. And later on, I'll show you how you can have a team member focus on your social media whilst you maintain the control and have the final say on the content. I always recommend that you come up with around 6 content themes that you can rotate and are in line with your brand and what you do. So for example, if you're a gym or a personal trainer, your themes could be weight loss, gaining muscle, mindset, general fitness, increasing your fitness, increasing your stamina, weightlifting, strength. So there's plenty of different themes that you can come up with for your business, and you just need to keep rotating them, and it's sending out this consistent message that this is what you do and this is what you focus on, this is what you're good at. So if I just go back 1 second, if you're stuck for a few ideas, I've come up with a number of ideas that you can use for posting on your social media, because I find a lot of people say to me, I really want to have a consistent presence on my Facebook page, but I don't know what to post and I don't want to post the same things all the time. So here's a number of suggestions for you. So you might want to jot some of these down, or if you're planning out your social media over the next few days, make sure that you put a mix of these things in. So the first is customer testimonials. So remember, you want to reassure people that you are the right choice for them and that other customers are pleased with your products and services. So you need to showcase your testimonials, get them out there, and let people know that you offer a great product or a great service. Other people are really happy with you, so why don't you become a customer too? Your USP. So what makes you different? Why should they buy from you rather than another business? So keep posting what your USP is, what makes you unique, and why people should come to you. Showcasing. So showcase your products, your services. And this works really well for businesses like restaurants, beauty salons, bakeries, florists, anything where you can take a picture of your products or services while they're being created or after they've been delivered to your customers. And this is a great opportunity to show off what you do and what you create without being pushy or salesy. Facebook Lives, I know a lot of people don't like doing these. It's the same sort of thing as a video marketing. People are really hesitant to get on camera, but some Facebook Lives, throwing them in the mix sometimes can create a bit of interest. And if you mentioned before that you're going to go live on a certain day at a certain time and you're going to talk about a certain thing, then you're trying to generate the interest for people to come to your page at that time. And when they do, you have an engaged audience. These people are warm leads because you told them that you were going to post something, and they have actually took the time out of their day to focus on what you're going to provide to them, what's going to be in your Facebook Live. So events, you can host events on Facebook. I know some businesses that host like sales hours, so they showcase their products and services and they tell them how much they're on offer for at that time. They tell them to just either private message or put your order number down in the comments, and then after the event's finished, they go through and process all of the orders. So yeah, events on either your sales, you can do events on talking about new services that you're providing, you can do events on training, and you can host them all on Facebook. You can pop them into your Facebook events and then people can register their interest there. Social graphics, so images of your work, quotes, offers, news. These social graphics are your branded images. So you want to create a pool of these. I'd suggest maybe 10 to 20 of these graphics that you can rotate all the time and that showcase your work, but also have your call to action on them and your brand. They look really good on social media, on your Facebook page. When you see some social graphics that are in your brand and have your call to action, they work really, really well. So if you have a business where you have physical products or something that you create, images of your work is fantastic. If you're in a industry where people need to have a certain mindset, people need to be reminded of things all the time, then quotes are fantastic. You can always use your social media for your offers, showcasing those. If you put those on a social graphic, then it just shows people exactly what to do to get the offer and within your brand, so they know it's from you. And if you've any news as well, anything going on internally in your business or anything that you want to let people know about, you can showcase that sort of thing as well with your social graphics. Lead magnet. So if you've created a lead magnet, you can use your Facebook page to promote your lead magnets and get people to opt in. And you can also, if you have a Facebook group, you can put your lead magnets in your group as well. So if you have a product or a service that there needs to be an educational component to, where people need to kind of understand what they're getting or what they need to consider, then online training videos are really good as well. And if you just create some short videos, then you can post those on your social media as well. So sharing your wins, your celebrations, what's happening that you're really happy about and you think your customers would love to hear about, all the things that you're excited about in your business. You know, if you've just won a client that you've been working with for ages, you can say, oh, I'm so glad to have this client on board. It makes the client feel really valued and it lets you celebrate your win as well. And if your client is a big name, it also will attract people because they'll go, oh, this customer looks after this person, so I'm going to be really interested in what they're doing. Ask a question. So you can do polls, or you can just simply ask a question. You can ask a question on a social graphic. When you're asking questions, you're trying to get a response, you're trying to start a conversation, and you're trying to get your Facebook followers to engage with you. So for engagement, asking a question is really, really good. Another good one for engagement is challenges. So if you have a business where you can create like a 7-day challenge or a few day challenge where you can get people to participate. So for example, with fitness industry, it's quite easy. You do a challenge where people, spend a week doing what you say, and they'll see the results at the end, and then they share their wins from the challenge that they took with you. And throughout the challenge, you really, really support them. Again, if you want to do something, if you're a business that works on people's mindsets, making people feel good, challenges are really good as well. Also, another one would be the beauty salons. So you could do some challenges for people who want to, learn how to do their makeup well, or, hairstyles, whatever it is. You can do a wee challenge where 7-day challenge of different makeup styles for a whole week or something like that. So challenges are really good for getting people to engage and participate, keep that conversation going. And then once your challenge is finished, then you want to put those into a nurture and start nurturing those people and converting them into sales. Again, videos are fantastic for your brand. Videos are watched more than if you put a post up on social media that is just writing. It can be lost. People sometimes just don't, either they don't see it on their news feed, or when they do, they just think, oh, it's another post, and they scroll past. But videos seem to spark interest in people a bit more because they want to see what's in the video, so they kind of maybe a bit more nosy, should I say, but it definitely gets people viewing a lot more. So you can see your Facebook insights go up when you put videos on. Facebook groups. So you might be in an industry where it would be good to have a group. Maybe it's not a good fit for you. Don't do Facebook groups if they're not a good fit, because they're a lot of work. So once you set up a Facebook group, there's a lot of work to maintain that group. But if you maintain it really, really well, then you can definitely get customers and clients out of your Facebook group. You can share other people's content. So if you are a bakery and you've seen a really lovely recipe that you don't offer, but your clients would love, then you can share that on your Facebook page and tell people, hey, I seen this, I thought of you guys, I thought you would love this, so I'm posting it here. And don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid that you're going to send people away from you to somebody else, because people are engaging with you because they know, trust, and like you, and you can't be afraid of competitors. So local and community info. So keep your eye on what's happening locally and use that in your social media marketing. So for example, if you're in a town or a city and something's happening at a weekend, say for example, there is, say at Christmas time, a Christmas market, and you are in the town, you should be putting on an offer for that night. Come to our, let's say it was a chip shop, come to the chip shops, enjoy fish and chips in the warm before going and watching the switch on. So make sure that you keep an eye on what's happening and make sure that you use that in your social media marketing as well. Awards, certificates, and accreditations. So this is building up your credibility. Why should people trust you? This is really good for building up your trust factor, because you're showing people that you have expertise. You're showing them that you have proven your expertise, because a lot of the time, in order to get a certification or accreditation, you have to jump through so many hoops to prove that you can do something really well. So that is why these sorts of things, they reinforce the credibility to your customers that you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about. You could try doing some guest collaborations or guest posts. I've seen people who do maybe a training series where they collaborate with somebody who offers something slightly different to them but still in the same line. So I've seen sales coaches who work with web designers, and so then the sales coach will be educating people on the importance of having a website, but because website isn't their really, really strong point, it's not what they focus on in their business, they collaborate with someone who does and someone who's really good at it. And so that person, both parties get really good awareness, interest sparked in them. You both get something out of it, but you deliver great value to your audience who are viewing your videos as well. About you news. So again, this is stuff internally that you want to share. Maybe there's something coming up that you want to be telling people about. This is again to try and get people to know you, your business, put a face to your business so that it's not just like any other company out there. You have to make it personalized and make it unique. So use your About You news to do that. So maybe you're in an industry where you can offer tips or recommendations or advice to people, and this can work for so many industries out there. But if you have something to share of value that would really help your audience, they might be a little recommendation, it might be a bit of advice, or it might be a quick tip, a life hack, anything like that. Share those on your social media as well. And share what you have to offer. So it's okay to showcase your offers and to promote on your social media, as long as it's not all you do. If all you do is go, here's my offer, here's my offer, here's my offer, buy this, take this, get that, people will feel really spammed and they won't want to engage with you. So make sure that you definitely share your offers, but you do it with a nice mix of the rest of your social media as well. How do businesses out there manage their social media content? They do two things normally. The first is that they schedule their social media posts in advance. So they do this offering either using something like, Facebook has a section where you can actually schedule posts in advance in it, or they use something like Buffer or Hootsuite or Meet Edgar, things like that, where they can plan out or put their social media posts in, schedule them to go up at a different time. And the reason why you do that is, one, because you can kind of dedicate a pool of time to scheduling your social media and have it all done for a coming week or for a coming month, but also that your posts go out when you want them to. So for example, if there was a specific date coming up in the month, so we've just had Valentine's Day there, if there was a Valentine's Day post that you wanted to put out around Valentine's Day, you would schedule that in advance. So that's the first thing. They schedule things in advance and they use, software, or they use Facebook to do that. The other thing that they do is they create a content calendar. Now, content calendar is an Excel spreadsheet where you have all of your social media platforms that you're going to post on. You have all of the days of the week, and you have different times on your spreadsheet. And in your spreadsheet, you say, okay, so on Monday at 4 o'clock, I'm going to post this article or this bit of content. And so you plan out what you're going to post, but you're doing it all in an Excel spreadsheet, which I think is just so time consuming and so laborious and not a great way to do it. So what I want to do is jump over to Contentcal, because this is a really great resource for automating all of your marketing planning. So not just your social media marketing, thinking about your email marketing, thinking about if you're going to do any leaflet drops, or if you're going to have any other print ads or anything like that. You can plan out your entire marketing for a week or a month, what you're going to do on what days at what times, by using Contentcal, which is essentially an online spreadsheet, but the beauty of it is that if you use Contentcal, you set everything up once, and once it's set up, that's it. Whereas if you use a spreadsheet, you put all of your information into a spreadsheet, and then you have to duplicate all that information to put it into a tool such as Buffer or Hootsuite, or using Facebook automated posts, whatever. So there's a good bit of duplication there. So I'm going to come out of this presentation and I'm going to show you Contentcal, my content calendar. As you can see, it's blank. I've done that on purpose so that I can show you how to schedule things in it. So you can view, if you have, if you're an agency or you're running social media for multiple businesses, then you can have multiple calendars in here, and you can create a calendar for each customer or each business that you have, and you can plan out all of those. You can view it by week, or you can view it by month, just whatever you prefer. You can filter you can look at all of the content, you can look at just what somebody has commented on, you can look at all of the posts waiting for approval, you can look at Facebook only, you can look. And the reason why it's saying Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn is because these are the ones that I have selected that are the social media platforms that I use. And also, if you go over to actions, you can edit your calendar sections, you can select for approval, you can send an entire week for approval, or you can pause all content that is scheduled to go out already. So if you wanted to plan out or just brainstorm some ideas that you might have, you can create some new posts, and you can put it into you can add as a placeholder because you want it to be sent out on Wednesday at 5 o'clock and you don't want anything else to be sent out at Wednesday at 5 o'clock, so you can hold it as a placeholder. Or you can have a backlog here of things that maybe don't fit into your scheduling this week or this month, but you have really good ideas and you want to use in the future. So you can create here a little backlog of social media posts that you can use in the future. And again, you can, it's easy to schedule. So you just click on to whichever one you want to do. You write your post. If you have a link to an image or a video, so if you had like a YouTube video that you want to share, you pop the link into here and the video will appear here, and then you can delete the link out of the post if you don't want it to be, if you don't want people to see the URL of the video. You can schedule when you want the post to go out, at what time, and then you can hit schedule. You can plan out any social media platforms that you have, and any marketing platforms that you have. So I have just put here website, blog, email marketing, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. So not only can I schedule exactly what I want to go out in my social media, I can plan out when I'm going to send out an email, when I'm going to work on the blog, on the website, when I'm going to focus on YouTube. This really is so good for marketing planning. And it's just so much better than putting things onto a website or, a spreadsheet and then duplicating later on. I want to show you, earlier on we talked about how you can work with a team member and they can create posts for you, they can schedule some of your social media stuff, but that you would maintain control and the final say over what happens in your social media. And you can do that with Contentcal. So with Contentcal, when you set it up, you can set it up that people have different roles. So you would have an editor view, and this is where any social media posts that need to be approved will show up. See if I have any there. No. Let's see if I have any for different. No, I have none sitting ready at the moment. But if I had any social media posts that I'd created and just wanted approval from the business owner, they would all sit in here. The business owner, once I hit action, send week for approval, will be notified via email that they have received items that need to be approved. They click on the email, it'll take them straight into this editor view, and there'll be a green tick or a red X and then a comment section. So they can, if they're happy with the social media post, they just click the green tick and that approves them. And that means that they can go out when they're scheduled. If you don't want something to go up, you just hit the red X. Or if you just want a slight change, something amended, you can put a comment down. Once you put a comment down, that comment is emailed to the person who created the post, and you can have a conversation, but you can also have a trail of a conversation. So if I show you, let's look at one of these ones. So if somebody wrote a comment, although I would be notified via email, the comments would also appear in here. So there'd always be a trail of the conversation that we had. So somebody said, "Hi, can you change the first sentence?" And I changed the first sentence and wrote back and said, "That's it, all created. Can we approve now?" Once the person's approved it, it'll still say here the conversation that we had about the approval process and what they wanted to change, what was amended. So yes, I would really recommend Contentcal for planning out all of your marketing, what you're going to focus on in a coming week or a coming month, and block out some time in your diary or your calendar to do that. So maybe it would be a Monday morning. Schedule every Monday morning and sit and go through your week or your month. Some people like to plan weekly, other people like to plan monthly. But let's say that you're planning weekly. On a Monday morning, you sit down 2 hours first thing in the morning, maybe not even 2 hours. It depends on whether you're just planning or you're planning and creating at the same time. And you go through and you go, right, this week on Twitter, I'm going to have five tweets, and I'm going to put them on Thursday, one on Friday afternoon, one on Sunday morning. Plan it all out. You can write out your posts, you can fill out your content, you can schedule it in advance. If you are not the business owner and you're not the person who has final approval, once you've created that, you can send it out and get the person to approve it. You can then look at your other social media platforms, your Facebook, your Instagram, your whatever it is. Again, plan out all your social media for there. And then think about your blogging, your websites. Okay, so I'm going to write 2 blog posts this week. One of them is going to be on Friday at 8:30, and the other one's going to be on Tuesday at 6 p.m. And start scheduling those posts, start writing out your social media. And then again, think about your email marketing. So think about your leads that are coming into your business. Who are they and what are they trying to achieve? What do they want from you? And then start creating your email marketing to give them really good value, but also let them know what services or what offers you have at the moment. And then schedule all your social media in advance. So the benefits of this are that you're scheduling your social media in advance. You're carving out time to dedicate to your social media, but it's not taking up all of your week. If you've only allocated a few hours, just do the few hours and then stop. And then you can focus the rest of your week on the other roles that you have in your business, other focuses that you need to be working on. Don't spend all day every day on Facebook or all day every day, writing social media posts but never putting anything out there. Your focus should be on what you do in your business. So if you're a beauty salon, your focus should be on being in front of your customers, providing your service. If you're a restaurant, your focus should be on getting people their foods, their orders, booking people in, that sort of thing. So make sure that, yes, your social media is vital to your business. Your marketing is vital to your business, but make sure that you're planning it out and dedicating a certain amount of time to it so that it is not all you do, especially when you're a business owner, because when you're a business owner, you have many different hats and many different things that you need to do, and you can't focus all of your time on one thing. That's all I have for you. I hope you found that helpful. I hope that you got some really good ideas out of that, of what you can do to market your business, and what you can schedule on your social media, how to plan it out, and how to make sure that you're doing what you should be in your business and not focusing on all of your time on your social media. Thanks for watching, guys.